Welcome aboard, fellow pirates. Today's journey ventures beyond the ordinary, delving into uncharted territories of knowledge and discovery. Buckle up as we embark on an exploration that'll challenge perceptions, that'll take us into the dark spaces of the underworld in the One Piece story. We're going to be looking into the possibility that Brook might take Zoro to hell, and whether or not they might come back with somebody else. So, sit tight, hit that like button, and let's embark on another spicy theory. The world of One Piece is vast and filled with diverse characters and factions, and one aspect that adds an extra layer of complexity is the idea of the underworld. From the black market to hell itself, the series has given us glimpses into some dark places that operate behind the scenes. The criminal underworld works much like the concept of hell, with there being many different levels that make it up. However, today we're talking about the deep, dark depths of an actual hell in the One Piece story. We see countless references to demons, monsters, and devils, with the name even being found in one of the story's most unique features, devil fruits. Sanji and Zoro's attacks both have names that reference hell, and we also see hell depicted in places such as Impel Down. One of the most significant arcs exploring the connection between the One Piece world and hell is Thriller Bark. Gecko Moria, the antagonist, had control over a massive army of zombies, showcasing his power over life and death. His abilities raise questions about the boundaries between the living and the afterlife in One Piece. The connections to the underworld and hell in One Piece open up exciting possibilities for the future of the series. We've seen glimpses of these elements, but how might they play a role in the final saga? Could we witness a journey to hell itself, or encounter more devil fruits with ties to the afterlife? Devil fruits, as we know, grant extraordinary powers, but some seem to be directly linked to the underworld. Take a look at the revive fruit, the Yomi Yomi no Mi. That allowed Brook to come back to life. The word Yomi itself is associated with the Japanese underworld, connecting it to the afterlife. Brook is, of course, the Strawhats musician. Sound and music can be used to guide souls of the dead, for example with the Bell of Shandora. It also ties deeply into what is probably Brook's most distinctive character trait. I'm referring to Brook's solid connection to the ferryman of the River Styx, commonly known as Charon. Charon is most often depicted as a skeleton on a small boat, trafficking souls from the land of the living to the realm of the dead. The word Brook actually means river, and the ferryman himself is said to be an old man that carries souls across a river that lies between these two places, much like we see with Brook's fruit. Now bear that in mind for a moment while I touch on another Straw Hat. Many of the Straw Hats have connections to demons and hell. For example, we saw Robin turn into some hellish demon type creature in Wano, but for now I'm going to be talking about Zoro, the Straw Hat with the most connections to the underworld by far. Enmura, for example, is an anagram of Amen, and Ohabekiri means heavenly feather cutter, so straight off the bat we see Zoro has strong connections to the afterlife. That said, no connection is more notable than Zoro's epithet, King of Hell. But rather than lecture you on connections between Zoro and hell for the 1000th time, you could check out older videos for that. So for now, just consider his epithet and I'll get back to it shortly. Before we move on though, we need to quickly cover Sanji's ties to hell briefly, so let's start with his kicks. They're named after fire or the Diablo, which is the devil, and Sanji was shown to use hell memories a couple times also. Additionally, Sanji is considered one of the wings of his captain Luffy, with the other being Zoro. But why does all of this matter? Well, Luffy's life and journey is no doubt intertwined with the winds of fate. That said, time and time again our protagonist has come into some serious injuries over the course of the Straw Hats' adventure. Because of this, Luffy has had to receive several remedies, which have often reduced his lifespan. Most significantly would be Ivankov's hormone treatment, which took 20 years off Luffy's lifespan each time he used it, and he used it twice. Whichever way you look at it, irrelevant if Luffy has a strong will, he's running out of lifespan pretty quick. It's true Luffy was pretty much saved from death by the Gear 5 transformation, but can the Gomu protect Luffy from lifespan issues? Personally, I'm not too sure. I see lifespan as a separate thing in One Piece, like a body clock that ends when it ends, irrelevant of your will or how powerful you are. Otherwise, we'd have characters live into outrageous ages all over the story, but instead we only really have Kureha. In fact, Oda even used Kureha's age to suggest the limits of human age, stating humans could only live till 140, just for Kureha to turn 141 over the space of the time skip, highlighting Kureha as the only one who's currently reached that age. much. Now, what's actually going to happen? Well, my thoughts are that Oda didn't include the lifespan stuff for no reason, and so soon in the story, I believe we will see Luffy start to get super old, as we often do now. This actually happened a couple times in the recent Egghead arc as well. He wasn't looking too great at all. I believe in doing so, the Straw Hats will attempt to save him from the other side. This would include Brook ferrying the two wings of Luffy across to Hell, Zoro defeating the current King of Hell, and Sanji and Zoro raising Luffy back from the dead. This would encapsulate the metaphor of Zoro and Sanji being Luffy's wings nicely and finally clear up the speculation regarding Zoro's ties to the King of Hell in the story. Of course, with all three of these characters, Zoro particularly, there are more intricate ties to Hell, but as I said, I didn't want to just spend time going into all the connections to Hell. This is more of a what if and whether or not you actually think it's possible. So if you do, let me know in the comments. We can always look into this further or we can stream about it. It's up to you. But there you have it. Will Brook actually take the Straw Hats to Hell to retrieve their beloved captain? Whether it be metaphorical or physical, it's something I'd be keen to see. So if you're watching Oda, you better make it happen, my dude. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. As always, you've been great. Denden Kushi aims to provide grounded, free, fact-based theories, taking a deeper glimpse into Oda's intricate masterpiece. That said, if you want to buy us a coffee or contribute to some ideas, you can become a Patreon, become a member, or simply hop in our Discord and become part of a tight-knit community. Anyway, make sure you subscribed, like the video, and make sure to join us for the next one. Till then, bye.